What's up, guys? This is Four Door Mafia. I'm going to do a video on some of my favorite Nintendo games. I'm not going to do like a list from best to worst. I'm just going to do some that I love and I grew up with. So some of them are just, titles that everyone loves. Some of them are ones that people haven't heard of, I think. And I'm also going to show off the PSP I have. It's loaded with Nintendo games and Sega games and Super Nintendo games, a couple of Nintendo 64 games. So let's get to it. First off, everyone probably loves this game, Ninja Gaiden. It's probably one of the best ninja games on the NES or Kung Fu games. The number one is probably my favorite. Number 2 and number 3 were like super hard for me when I was little, and I mean, this one was super hard enough, but yeah, that's one of my favorite games. Punch Out is another one. Used to play this all the time. I used to always get up to like Soda Popinski, and then I couldn't beat him, and I think a couple times I got to the Dream guy, but most of the time I would just use the code. So another game that there's no cover for it. It got ripped off. This is, really one of my first games I ever got. It's called Astyanax. I used to call it Astanax, but I guess it's called Astyanax. And that one's kind of like a side-scrolling 2D game where you just go through and fighting monsters, and there's a boss at each level. And it's one of the few games that I beat when I was little. Almost all these games I've already beaten before, but another one is Double Dragon 2. Me and my brother used to love playing this game. He brought it home one day when he rented it at the video store, and we used to always fight over the Nintendo because most of the games were one player. But this one, like Ninja Turtles 2, was, a side-scrolling two-player game, so I used to love this thing. Number 3, man, that one sucked. Can't even really get through the first level, but this one you actually had a chance. So next one, everyone loves this one, Super Mario 3. Love that game, and also Super Mario 1. How this one comes with the Nintendo, so it's actually the first game I ever got. Another one, I'm not sure if a lot of people have heard of this one, it's called Codename Viper. It's like a side-scrolling 2D shooting game. It's just one player, but you go through, I think it's like Vietnam, but you go through and you save people, and you go behind doors, and then you can collect like machine guns and handguns, and they each have different ammos, but you find them like when you go behind a door. So another one is Mission Impossible. I kind of like this game, but it's got more sentimental value. My grandma got me this when I was little. Same with the Astyanax, and I mean, it's hard as hell. I could only remember beating like the first 2 levels, and there's only like 5 levels, and they're all pretty hard. And it's kind of like an overview, map overview, and then when you go inside doors and things, you got kind of like a side view of the steps and stuff. So another game is Chippendale. Borrowed this from a friend one time and never returned it. He moved away, so pretty cool game. This is probably one of my all-time favorite games. A lot of people hate this game. They think it's really hard, and it has nothing to do with Ninja Turtles except for Shredder and Splinter and some of the Foot Soldiers. But when I was little, when I was in daycare, we used to always play this game. They had 2 Nintendos there, and we used to play this all day. This was before Ninja Turtles 2 came out, and this is was the only Ninja Turtle game that was available. So man, I used to love the swimming level on this game. It was probably my favorite level. I don't know why, but it was pretty challenging, and it was pretty fun. So next up is, of course, Ninja Turtles 2. I have a full-size arcade of this, and then this one's got the 2 extra levels. Me and my brother used to play this one all the time too. So, and last but not least, Ninja Turtles 3. Probably one of the better graphics of the 3, but I still like number 1 and 2 better. This one's kind of weird. He's got like Bebop, and he's got like a chain on his head, and you got Flash in there, a couple other characters from the later series, but still a good game. Also, one game that I couldn't find was Mega Man 2. That one was my favorite. It's the only one that I can actually beat, and I used to play that one for hours every day. I used to get headaches all the time from just staring and playing that game all the time. But take a look at the PSP. This one's probably got about 100 NES games, 100 Super Nintendo games, like 60 Sega games, and like 1 or 2 Nintendo 64 games. But you can just see if I can get this on video. Just all the games that you can choose from. I mean, there's all the Ninja Turtles, the Tournament Fighter, and then the Turtles in Time. There's the WrestleMania ones, X-Men. There's Ninja Turtles, the British version, Super Mario, and Super Adventure World's on here. And I just downloaded all these ROMs on the computer and just dragged them into it, the card that was on here. But there's Mortal Kombat on here. There's Mega Man, NBA Jam, NBA Hang Time, Pitfall. Just the list goes on. I'll probably have to do a video of just me playing some of these games, but yeah, pretty fun to bring on the airplane and stuff like that. You have all the games, right in your hand. So let me pick a game really quick. See how this loads up. This one's Beavis and Butthead for the Super Nintendo. I have it for Sega also.
This is gonna be cool.
So anyways, guys, that's just a little quick video of some of my favorite Nintendo games. I have tons more games, but it's just want to go through some of them I played mostly in my childhood. So anyways, I'll have to do another video of some of the games on here. Maybe I'll show a Cyanax if you guys haven't seen that one. Maybe comment and let me know what you guys want to see. If there's a rare game that you haven't really seen, I can see if I have that on here. So anyways, thanks guys for watching.